Hello and welcome to the flooring reveal. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to speak over the footage. It's pretty obvious what's going on, but Reece does this for a living, so that's why he's installing ours. I figure like most people are probably going to outsource this, so there's no real point in explaining each step. It's just satisfying to watch. I mean, it really is satisfying to watch, especially when it's like sped up so fast. So both of our timber and our carpet are from Godfrey Hirst. The timber is an engineered timber. So engineered timber is not solid timber, but it's also not like a hybrid or a laminate or a vinyl. So the engineered timber, here is a sample of our flooring, is a top layer of, this one in particular is a French oak. And then here we've just got, it's called a Hevia core. And then you got like a micro beveled edge here, so the boards feel really nice and close together and you can almost barely see them. Towards the end of the video, you get a better idea of how it all looks, because at the moment it's still got dust and stuff on it. If you stay towards the end, you'll see the final product. That has this beautiful natural grain throughout it. We really like the dark color. I know it's not as popular these days. A lot of people opt for a light, kind of like a natural oak color, like a really kind of more of a beachy vibes, coastal, but we want to bring dark back because it's so beautiful and cozy. I mean, look at this footage. You can see the grain in all of the different planks. Something I don't really like about light flooring is that if you do get something with a lot of grain and patterns and like knots in the wood, even if you get a light color, these knots and these grains can look really obvious. I've seen photos of jobs that Reece has done and like the color might be nice, but the knots and stuff are really, really dark. And that might be something that you're after, but for us, it wasn't. So having this really dark stain meant that you get all these beautiful patterns, and certain lights, you can see the patterns better, and like the different textures. But the whole flooring is pretty uniform and it's one color. So we love that about this. And God, it's just the finish is perfect. It's like a kind of a matte finish, almost a little bit like satin. It's not totally matte, but it's not glossy. It isn't flat matte. We've received so many different samples from different engineered timber suppliers. This is our favorite, which is very serendipitous because this is a like collaboration with Godfrey Hirst. So I'm not being paid to talk about any of this, but it's gifted. And genuinely, this was my favorite sample that we received, which is amazing out of all other different brands. This is another color. This is a Corsica oak. So ours was Chateau oak. This is a Corsica oak. So it really is just obviously your own personal preference, but we just love the dark. And obviously dark is going to be a lot harder to keep clean, but you got to do it. We've always had tiles in our house. They've always been light. It's time to just do what we actually want to do, which is go dark. A few people have been asking me what the difference between engineered timber is, timber, hybrid, you know, all of those different things. Honestly, it's probably best just to look it up online because evidently I'm not actually like a specialist in this. Reece is, but he is not here right now. So this is an example of a different type of flooring. This is also by Godfrey Hirst. This is a hybrid. So you can see the difference in composition, in thickness. This has a slightly more plasticky feel. This obviously has the timber feel, and there are pros and cons to both. Probably best to go online and compare if you're not sure which avenue you want to go down. But because Reece loves timber, we always wanted to do engineered timber. It's really nice to walk on. It doesn't sound like scratchy or thin, or it feels really solid and doesn't have like it's just really, really nice. It does require special care, but because we don't plan on having kids, we've only got Mia, we can easily take care of it. But yeah, pros and cons to each type. It's worth mentioning as well, Godfrey Hirst offer free samples. So you can go online to their website. All of the colors of the flooring that we chose will be in the description box. All of the links that you will need, everything will be in the description. It's just easier than me saying it on here. So you can go online to their website and order free samples so you can get an idea of what kind of flooring you like. You can get little swatches, move them around your house, compare them to your kitchen selections, your tiles, all that kind of stuff. They really helped us in this process because looking online, you get a bit of an idea, but you don't really know until you're actually holding it inside your house, because even the lighting can change things. Like Reece always says that customers will be kind of shocked by their carpet choice because the lighting in their house is so different to the lighting in the shop that they bought the carpet in. So samples, amazing, free samples. The sun's just decided to come out and cast weird shadows, but next we're on to carpet. So this is the one that we chose. The moment I saw it in the store, I was like, yep, that's the one. The wool will keep us nice and warm. It's a beautiful premium product. This is also Australian made. This is the Highcraft Chatsworth 710 Sir William level loop. So just love this pattern. Like, look at, they're just like little popcorn balls, but in the best possible way. I just love that it's so symmetrical. It's just so even. They're just little circles. It just looks like just a beautiful carpet. And there were so many different colors. There were two that I was stuck between. I think both would have looked great, but oh, this is, yeah, so glad we went with this one. This is another little sample just for reference, like other types of carpet that they have. I mean, again, you can order your own free samples and you can figure out what kind of color and pile and pattern and all that kind of stuff is going to suit your home. They've got so many different ones to choose from. You can also see here those bits of white wood that Reese placed underneath the windows so that the carpet would finish straight against them. So satisfying. So glad he did that. But that is what we end up going with, which we absolutely love. We just are honestly so in love with how it all looks. It's so nice to see it all installed. We've been dealing with concrete dust and those bare floors for so long that once you have the flooring in, it finally starts to feel like your home, because then you can bring furniture in, which will be a separate video after this one. You can just kind of relax. You don't have to worry about getting dusty every time you come home. It just feels like, oh, this is actually what our house is going to look like. Like, each step in the building journey plays such a key part in making it feel like a home. And this was like really kind of the second last one before furniture, which is when it actually is livable. We just are so happy with how it turned out. Reese did such an incredible job, and so glad we went with the dark. Like, I know that almost seems like a risk nowadays because I don't really see many new houses opt for a darker flooring, but it's such a beautiful option and it's so underrated. Yes, it requires a little bit more cleaning, but it also really feels like elegant and it just feels cozy. It feels like, and almost like sexy in some rooms. Like, we've got one little part that you'll see in the next video where it's kind of like, it's kind of a fireplace. We've got some armchairs and like a fern green velvet couch. Then you can also make it really cool and like modern. We've got a bucle, I hate that word, couch on the other side with this like really funky orange glass coffee table. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can turn it into whatever you want it to be, but the dark is just, I feel like it provides a lot of atmosphere. So regardless of what your personal style is, definitely check out Godfrey Hirst. All of the links will be in the description so you can shop whatever you want. Definitely worth trying out the free samples. You literally have nothing to lose. That way you can get a really good idea of how the flooring will look in your home with the lighting. You can feel it. It's just the best way to go rather than seeing it in store and not being able to bring it home. So there we have it, my friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Of course, all of the Godfrey Hirst links will be in the description so you can go and click on whatever you're interested in. And I'll see you all in the next video, which will be just around the corner, which will be bringing all our furniture in. Yay! Thanks, guys. I'll see you then. Bye.